Hello, fellow Holo fans, and welcome to my channel. I'll be your bartender for today, and I'll be making a cocktail for a very much beloved member of Holo Pro, despite being mostly behind the scenes, A-chan. Recently, it was A-chan's birthday, and despite having already since retired from the idol management scene, her presence is still very much felt by fans and Holomims alike. It's not unreasonable to say that Hololive would not exist as it does today, if at all, without A-chan. She was the friend that started it all, along with the man with the vision and an idol with a dream. It's very unfortunate that she had to leave Hololive on such short notice, but I still want to believe that she will be back one day. So for now, farewell, A-chan. Just know that you will always have a place waiting for you in Hololive. The tale of A-chan is the stuff of legends, practically. In any anime story, she'd be the side character that you're not allowed to pursue, no matter how hard you try. Yet, from starting as just a supportive friend, helping Sora reach her goal of becoming an idol, she quickly grew in popularity and necessity until she practically became an idol herself. Before I fell into the VTuber rabbit hole, I never could have imagined that just a normal staff member could reach such a position of adored and revered status. And yet nowadays it seems like that's just the norm for any new Holo staff, and I'm all for it. From hosting official live streams on the main channel to organizing company-wide collabs, or just being there for Holomims who needed it the most. A-chan truly was a shining star and a pillar of the Hololive community. What's more, she apparently is some sort of a secret freak. I mean, really, A-chan? King DDD? Oh my god. But despite all that, I know that all Holo fans will only just wish her the best, and we'll all miss her dearly. Now, let's talk about today's cocktail and the ingredients. Let's take a little break from that complicated, technical, chaotic beast of a drink that was today's cocktail, and let's try and make something a little bit on the simpler side as a little break, you know. At the end of the day, despite her monumental responsibilities and position as a star idol, A-chan was really just an ordinary office lady. And when I was in Japan, the drink of choice for salary workers everywhere was the humble Japanese Whisky Highball. This unassuming drink is basically the foundation of Japanese drinking culture, and it's holding up on its shoulders a whole of Japanese business life as we know it, much like how A-chan keeps things in check in the background. You know, those office windows don't replace themselves. So that's why I think that this drink best represents not only A-chan, but all of the unseen forces at work behind the scenes, keeping Hololive running in tip-top shape such that our favorite idols can perform at their best every single day. Otsukaresama deshita. Now, to make this cocktail, all you need is your whiskey of choice. I have here Suntory Japanese whiskey. This is very common in all bars and izakayas in Japan. And just a bit of seltzer water, soda water. And optionally, I'll be adding these Yuzu bitters I got from Japan. And saline solution, just to liven things up a bit. And that's basically all you need. Simple, right? Now, every bartender has their own unique way of making this drink, and there's certainly many ways to elevate it and make it super fancy, but today this is just going to be your average, day-to-day, normal whiskey highball. Now let's make the cocktail. This is going to be built entirely in the glass, so no need for shaking. Very simple. We're going to be serving this in chilled highball glass. This has been sitting in the freezer for a while to make it super ice cold, and then we're going to add ice to it. If you have clear ice, that would be even better. Now we're going to add 2 ounces of our whiskey of choice. Next, I'm going to add 2 dashes of my Yuzu bitters and 2 drops of saline solution. Now, take a bar spoon and we're just going to give this a quick little stir just to make sure everything's incorporated. Now we take some cold seltzer water and we're gonna pour it into the side of our glass. Some bartenders say that if you pour it along your bar spoon, it helps the seltzer water mix more evenly with the whiskey. So I'm gonna try and do that. Okay, now we're just gonna give this one more gentle stir and a little lift of the ice just to make sure everything's incorporated. Now, just for a final garnish, to give it a nice fresh citrusy scent, I'm gonna express the oils of the lemon peel right across the top. And there you have it. I present to you a whiskey highball. You can find this drink served at every single bar or restaurant in Japan. And I can see how after a long, hard day of work that this will hit the spot quite nicely. And I have a feeling that this will go very well with some melon pod. No reason. I hope this drink captures the spirit of every unsung hero in Hololive, and I hope that wherever HM is, I hope she's happy. Now let's taste. First, we're gonna take a sniff. So, up front, you get the bright citrusy aroma from the lemon peel oils. It's very nice. It wakes up your palate, makes you ready to drink, and you also get slight hints of the notes of the whiskey, the aged barrel notes, and all the spices like oak and vanilla and stuff like that that you would find in your whiskey. Now let's take a sip. Okay, so you get the smokiness, the aged notes of the whiskey, a bit of the oakiness, other spices that you'd find like some caramel flavors, some aged like vanilla notes and stuff, depending on the whiskey that you have. The bitters adds a bit of a savory, citrusy note from the Yuzu, and it really, sort of heightens the flavors of the whiskey. I'm not a very big whiskey guy, so I don't know all the correct terminologies, but this is, I can see how this would really, quench your thirst after a long day of work. It's very cold, crisp, and refreshing. For me, when I was in Japan, my drink of choice at an izakaya was lemon sour, which is another foundational drink of Japanese drink culture. So it's the whiskey highball, lemon sour, and like beer, I guess, are the 3 big things that you find people drink at the streets of Shibuya at night, basically. But all my friends, they really prefer the whiskey sour. Or they prefer the whiskey highball. This reminds me of a time when I was back in Japan visiting with my friends, Storytime. We were traveling back from Hakone to Tokyo. We had stayed at a ryokan in the mountains for a couple of days, and we were headed back to Akihabara to finish the last leg of our trip in Japan. So, we had a nice time at the ryokan, but now we had to drag our heavy luggage to the station to take the train back to Tokyo. The problem with being in the mountains is that trains were very inconsistent, and it seemed that the next train happened to be about an hour wait for us. We didn't really want to wait that long, so we checked Google Maps, and we saw that if we headed to this bus stop further down the mountain, we could catch the bus, and it would take us to another station with a faster train. So that sounded good to us, so we started to lug our heavy bags and stuff down the mountain towards this bus stop. Little did we know, halfway down the mountain towards this bus stop, it started getting really, really steep, steeper and steeper, until we ran into this a huge flight of stairs. Each step was like 1 foot tall. You can imagine that's gonna be killer on the knees, right? So we would have to drag our bags down like several flights of this steep ass staircase. So we gave it a try and we took a few steps, and then we ran into some people walking up the steps, and they said, oh, there's gonna be much more of this. And we decided right there and then that hell no, we were not gonna be able to take all our bags down several flights of stairs like that. So we elected to head back towards the station. The problem now was we have to drag our bags up the mountain, uphill. And boy, let me tell you, that was hell. So we spent the next 20 minutes dragging our bags back towards the station, huffing and puffing, until we arrived there. And the good news was the train had arrived, so yippee, we don't have to wait the hour. Instead, we spent the hour walking up and down the mountain. So we took the train, and it was like several hours ride, and we were beat to hell, tired as hell, headed back to Tokyo. So once we got to Tokyo, we took our bags and checked into the hotel, got settled. We had to drag our bags to the hotel as well. That was also killer. And when we got to the hotel, we were dead tired and starving. So we didn't have much energy to plan on another spot to eat dinner. So we just went to nearby izakaya to just get some food, get some energy before we died. So we headed to that izakaya, and there, like I said, we would serve the whiskey highballs, lemon sours and such. But at that izakaya, those were the best whiskey highballs that I had ever had. I don't know if it was just the exhaustion, but they were pretty damn good. And I wanted to try and recreate that whiskey highball today. So I tried to figure out the recipe, but I didn't speak Japanese, they didn't speak English. So I just tried to guess the way that they made it, the ratios and stuff, from the bottles that they had at the bar. It was either the Suntory or Jim Beam. Those are like the top most common well whiskeys you'd find at like in izakaya. And I just tried to gauge the ratios from how they made the drink. Suffice it to say, I was not able to recreate the drink today, but perhaps what truly makes a drink taste so delicious is the company that you share it with and the memories that you make along the way. Anyways, thank you for watching. Please leave your well wishes for Achan and happy birthday wishes in the comments down below. If you have an idea for a King DDD inspired cocktail, please let me know. Farewell, Achan. May fortune follow you wherever you may go, and hope to see you in the next video. Cheers.